No one purpose. Answer. That's you, all right. Good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I am serving as your presiding judge on this morning. I am going to start off on this morning. I have a matter that belongs to another specialty court. I want to start off with that matter first, and then we'll do our Veterans Treatment Court docket. All right, I am going to start with Philip Lee Dorsey. Good morning, Mr. Dorsey.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good.
That's good. Where are you?
Mariners Inn.
You are, and that's much better than where you have been, right?
Way better.
I'm sorry.
A lot better.
A lot better. Wonderful. And so, Mr. Dorsey, you're going to do what you need to do to be at Mariners Inn and not at the Wayne County Jail, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. Mr. Dorsey, you look good this morning. Do you feel good?
I feel a lot better than I did a long time ago.
You did. And you understand that making sure that you're working your program and not out there using any substance, that's contributing to your ability to feel better, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And I want to keep it that way, Mr. Dorsey. You want to work with me to do that?
Making more paper. Making more paper.
Please. You want to do that, Mr. Dorsey? You want to work with me on that?
Yeah, I want to work with you this time.
All right. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it. All right. Let me place your case numbers on the record. I have the following for Philip Lee Dorsey. I have case number 210-454-6801, SX 360-35671, U510-19719, U558-23220, U563-13920, U575-98120, U575-98320, U593-34121, and you strike that. And case number 19046-01401. Mr. Dorsey, state your full name for me.
Philip Lee Dorsey IV.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Curtis, you want to update me on what's going on with Mr. Dorsey? He looks wonderful this morning.
Yes, he does, Your Honor. He's been with Mariners Inn since the 29th, April 29th, so last Friday. They are getting him set up with services so he can receive, can't put it on the record, Your Honor, but receive some additional things. And so I did place him. He is on restrictions there. And if he does leave, he is accompanied with staff. So he will be with staff if he leaves. And so, but he's doing well.
All right, very good. Did they do the Wayne County tracking device for him?
Yes, they did, Your Honor.
All right, very good, very good. All right, Mr. Curtis, any issues to report? I know that I just wanted to check in on him because I was traveling Friday. And so are there any issues, anything that you need this court to do?
No issues, Your Honor. I would just recommend that we see Mr. Dorsey weekly.
All
On the
right,
doc.
very good. All right, Mr. Dorsey, do you have any questions for me?
Say it again.
I don't have any questions.
You don't have any questions? All right, very good. I want you to be kind to the people at Mariners Inn, work your program, and things are going to get better for you. They are. They're already better, right?
Right.
All right, very good. Mr. Curtis, if Mr. Dorsey is coming back weekly, thank you, then that means that he's going to come back to see me on May 11th. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, I'll see him on May 11th, 2022, and that will be at 8:35 a.m. Thank you, Mr. Dorsey.
You're welcome.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right. Thank you, Mr. Curtis, for getting on to get him done. I did not want him to miss out on anything. And let's circle back because I'd like to know what services he's receiving at Mariners Inn. I don't want him just there. I want him working.
Right. Understood.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. I also see that you all have LaTanya West on this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, and is Ms. West a new intake?
Your Honor, I had sent you a chat.
Oh, let me see. Oh, no, Ms. West has to go to Judge Bryant. Good morning, Ms.
Okay.
West.
Good morning.
All right, Ms. West, you have indicated that you would prefer to smoke marijuana. And so you're going to go back to Judge Bryant and she's going to deal with you, okay? And so you're going to zoom in to Judge Bryant's docket. What is her courtroom number? Is it 339?
Yes, it is. And Your Honor, I had texted Ms. West the information.
All right, so she already has the dial-in information. So,
Yes.
Ms. West, you're gonna dial in right now. Judge Bryant is expecting you at 8:35 this morning. So you are on time. Go to
All
Judge
right.
Bryant, and I hope things work out well for you, ma'am, okay?
All right.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, thank you, Mr. Curtis. We'll wait to hear back from Judge Bryant.
Okay.
She's probably going to jail, so. All right, very good. Is there anything else? I see Ms. Taylor is on this morning. Ms. Taylor, was there anything else before I start my Veterans Treatment Court docket?
Good morning, Judge. I have Mr. Vincentener. He was on the docket today for 8:45.
Mr. Vincentener, what you doing on the docket today? It's not Wednesday.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, and you look fabulous. What's
Thank you.
going on with you?
Nothing. I've been here at Chair House. I complete tomorrow morning.
Look at you. How do you feel, Mr. Vincentener?
I feel good. I've had a very good counselor here, and I really appreciate all the work she's done with me.
All right, I want to put your case number because I put you on my docket just for a check-in, and I'm thanking my veterans in advance for indulging me this morning. I traveled last week and I had a few people that traveled with me and I just needed to check in with them upon my return. And so I have for John Vincentener, case number 1904519-601. Mr. Vincentener, state your full name for me.
John David Vincentener Jr.
All right, very good. So you're leaving Share House today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And
Tomorrow.
so, Mr. Vincentener, are you ready to do the work?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Vincentener, I'm really counting on you. The things that you go out and you do, they are not going to have a happy ending. And I want you, whether you want a happy ending or not, I want you to have a happy ending because you deserve it. You're very smart. You're a good person. You have a good heart. And I want you to have a happy ending. And so I want us to work at what do I need to do to make sure I keep myself out of harm's way? Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do I have your commitment to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Vincentener, you're not just telling me that, are you? And then you're gonna get with Ms. Taylor and tell her something else. Because you know Ms. Taylor is going to tell me.
No, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
All right.
Oh,
All right, Mr. Vincentener. Ms. Taylor, what do you want to tell me on Mr. Vincentener?
So as he stated, Mr. Vincentener is scheduled to be discharged tomorrow on Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. I was informed that he was doing very well and that if he continues with the attitude and motivation he has now, that he should be very successful. There were some recommendations made, and one was that he do participate in outpatient treatment. That he receives a recovery coach if he does not have one, which I believe that they can set that up at the facility that he's currently at. And then, of course, resume drug screens once he's discharged at the third-party provider, which it was originally JAMS. And I just want to verify on record, did you want that a minimum of 2 times a week or a minimum of 3 times a week?
Right now, a minimum of 3 times a week. Thank you. All right. So, Mr. Vincentener, you ready to do your outpatient treatment? Will he do that at Share, Ms. Taylor?
Another thing that they did mention was that he may have a barrier with transportation. So that was a thing. If he does their outpatient, that'll be like 2 times a week. And I don't know if he has reliable transportation to get from his home to the facility for outpatient.
Tokens, can we? Because I think that, I mean, this is the best, and I hate to say it this way, but this is the best I've seen Mr. Vincentener look in a long time.
Yeah, he looks so healthy.
He does. And so they did something well at Share House. So I need him to do that outpatient treatment at Share House. And we need to work. I want to work with him and find a way for transportation. Mr. Vincentener, you had your hand up. You want to address the court?
yes, I was just gonna say that she had looked up, because there is the guidance center or team wellness down by me as well.
Ooh, I'm not using team wellness right now for new, no, I won't do team wellness right now. Miss Taylor, let's work some magic. I know, I will always expect you to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Come on, pull one. Mr. Vincentener, are you where you can get on the bus line?
It's like a 40-minute walk from my house to either the Fort Street bus or the Schaefer bus. I don't know where those connect to get here though.
Okay, Mr. Vincentener, let me ask one question. When you were going out to do the things that you wanted to do, how'd you get there?
By the bus. Actually Lyft, but yeah. Or bus, yes. But I'm trying to stay away from those neighborhoods now also.
I understand, and I want you to stay away from them too. Where I'm going with that is, if you can use the bus or Lyft to get to places where you are not doing the right thing, certainly you can sacrifice, because you are worth it, to use the bus and Lyft to get to those places that will be good for you. What do you think about that?
This is right by a bad neighborhood, but I mean, I'm willing to do the work.
Wait, what is right by a bad neighborhood?
Sure. It was by where I was procuring.
Okay. So, but
Judge.
I'm gonna give you a chance, Ms. Taylor. I just want to, while I'm engaging him, listen, you do know that it's never going to matter where the neighborhood is, where you live. What's going to matter is what's inside of you. Because what we do know, remember you told me, oh, going home, I won't have access, I won't do this, I won't do that. And you went home and you did everything. So we know it's not the neighborhood. It's not the location. It's what's inside of John Vincentener. All right, go on, Miss Taylor. Just something to think about.
I was just gonna say, I remember in the past, you asked me if we had an MOU with Guidance Center, and Mr. Wade did verify that we do, and it was currently being reviewed. So I just wanted to remind you of that if that was an option, since he mentioned Guidance Center, that we did have that.
Okay, so Guidance Center is closer to you, Mr. Vincentener. You'll be able to get to it easier.
Yes, Your Honor, it's about a 5-minute drive from my house.
Okay.
Or yes, I'll be able to get there. I can ride my bike there.
All right. So Ms. Taylor, this is what I'd like you to do. Reach out to Guidance Center. Let's see, I don't want a lapse in service. So he's leaving the facility tomorrow. I want them to start outpatient treatment immediately. And then I want us to make sure we are on top of the assignment of a recovery coach. Yes, Mr. Vincentener.
I have a recovery coach through Share House who actually stays downriver by me.
Oh, look at you. All
He
right.
actually lives on the same street, but in Lincoln Park. So he's literally blocks away from my parents' house.
Oh, look at that.
That is awesome. Look at you making it happen. I love it, Mr. Vincentener. All right. So that takes care of that part of it. You know that you'll have to go screen at JAMS starting today, 3 times a week. We want random. And then Mr. Vincentener, I want you to get into the guidance center. I'm going to work with you, but I need that to happen immediately. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yes, Your Honor, but begin screening tomorrow, correct? Not today?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she's got to call and schedule. Miss Taylor has to get everything scheduled.
Okay.
And I'm saying, let's do that today. Your
Okay.
screening will be random.
Okay.
Okay.
Judge, one more question, quick question, just because like you said, I also don't want him to have a lapse in service. I would say just to put on record, like to safety plan. So if he's going to be discharged on tomorrow, which is Wednesday, say if they have another outpatient group already scheduled for the week, can he be set up to still attend that? And then we get Guidance Center for next week? Because I just don't want to call and then say they're like, we don't have an appointment until next Friday, and then he's without anything. So I would say, can he continue with Share until we get a definite appointment with Guidance Center?
Yes. Mr. Vincentener, you're gonna have to have that sacrifice going on for a minute. Okay. We'll get
Yes,
you set up
sir.
at Guidance Center, but I don't want to lapse in services.
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. All right. Thank you, Ms. Taylor, for bringing that to my attention.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else asked to Mr. Vincentener?
No.
I did have a couple questions, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Just because I'm going home with the tether for the first time, I don't know what my instructions are.
You are going to have a curfew. That's a good question. You are going to have a curfew. Your curfew is going to be 6 o'clock p.m. Okay? And so, Ms. Taylor, we need to make sure that that happens, 6 o'clock p.m. All right, we're going to start with very small steps. You're going to be allowed to go to your treatment. You will be allowed to go to your testing. Okay, let's try that for the first 7 days. Let's do it that way. The curfew will be longer than 7 days, but for now, let's see what you do these first 7 days. We'll take baby steps. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. And my other question was regarding my property that had been left at the jail when I left.
Okay, you need to go by and get it, right, Ms. Taylor?
Yes, if he's able to, you can just go pick it
Okay,
up from the jail and I can let them know.
okay. I just wanted to know, especially if it's the tether restriction. So if I can go to the jail on my way home tomorrow.
Yep, I'll have that set up and let them know you'll be by tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
All right, very good, very good. Mr. Vincentener, any other questions?
No, that was it, Your Honor.
Mr. Vincentener, I don't think you've ever asked me any questions.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Your Honor?
That's a really good thing. That means that you are interested in you. And you want to make sure that you're doing everything you're supposed to do to be on track and to stay on track. That's a great thing. So thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Taylor, what's next? I'd like to see Mr. Vincentener sooner than later. I just want to check in on him, make sure that he's good.
Do you want to do next week on May 11th?
Okay, does that work for you?
Other than that, Judge, the following, well, yeah, that'll be the soonest check-in for you because after that is the graduations, which he will be at that, but he won't, speak to you directly. So
Yes, he will. I'm going to make sure that he speaks to me directly. I want everybody to speak to me directly. Absolutely. All right. So this is what we'll do. Let's just put him down for a face-to-face. And of course, he can come on if there's an issue on May 11th. 2022, I'll set that for 10:35 a.m. And you know that if there's an issue, he can come on and then I'll see him at the graduation. That way I don't overtax him with respect to his court appearances. Okay, Mr. Vincentener?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. It's so good to see you today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. He didn't say it was good to see me. That's okay.
Good to see you as well, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Vincentener, I see you. All right. Go and have a good day, and I'll check in with you next week, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good week.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you, Ms. Taylor.
no problem. Thanks.
All right. And then thank you to the veterans. Thank you all for your patience on this morning. Let's start with having the attorneys place your appearance on the record this morning.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. Good to see you, Judge. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Bad Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Your motion is granted. Mr. Fikens?
Thank you and good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney. I too would make a similar motion.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted. Ms. Robs?
Good morning, Your Honor. Ebony Robs, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, good morning, Ms. Robs. And then I have Mr. Parker, Jimmy Parker, who's serving as our mentor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jimmy Parker, Veterans Treatment Court Mentor.
All right, good morning, Mr. Parker, and thank you for serving today. Good morning in the courtroom, Ms. Mack and Officer Lott and Selena Wilson. Good morning to all of you. Thank you for serving on today.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, all right. All right. All right, I am going to start this morning. And of course, all of our Veterans will remain on the record in the courtroom until I have finished with all of the veterans. Let's start with Mr. Aldridge on this morning. I have case number 210-448-6001. Mr. Aldridge, state your full name for me. Mr. Aldridge, unmute for me.
Sorry, Your Honor. I think, okay.
We can hear you now.
Oh, good. Good.
Good morning. State your full name for me.
William Edward Aldridge.
All right, Mr. Aldridge, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. And yourself?
I am doing well, sir. Thank you for asking. All right, Mr. Aldridge, has it been a good what has it been, like 2 weeks since I've seen you?
About 2 weeks. Yes, it has been.
All right. Tell me what's been going on in those 2 weeks.
Well, I've been really focused on family support. As I indicated when we last spoke, my brother has been hospitalized with some very serious conditions, and obviously being the only one left in my family, I'm sort of taking up the slack. So that's been really a full-time job. I am happy to say that he gets discharged from the hospital today, which will be an additional challenge, but I feel I'm up to it. And most certainly I'm going to do everything I can in terms of supporting him and his wife.
All right, very good. Look at you, Mr. Aldridge. You are helping with your family. That's a wonderful thing. And I can tell by the smile on your face that you feel good about being able to help out.
I most certainly do.
I love it. I love it. Very good. Are you having any difficulties, any challenges?
No, as the challenges present themselves, I'm dealing with them one at a time. And so far, I've been able to maintain a balance and stability. No, I am moving forward.
All right, very good. Do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, I do not.
All right, Ms. Robs, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Aldridge?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Aldridge is doing well. He is in phase 2. He was promoted on his last court hearing, Your Honor. He's in compliance with his testing. We recently had a conversation during our face-to-face, and we discussed some of his goals, Your Honor, which he newly developed in terms of, family support, and wanted to, continue on that path of reunification. He did and was connected to Dr. Alexander for that service, and he did engage in that service. So that's one of the things that he's looking forward to doing in terms of that. He discussed, Your Honor, wanting to get back involved within the community and getting back into social activism, which is something that he's been, that he's very familiar with. I did not receive any report, Your Honor, that he was not in compliance with regards to his treatment at the VA. At this time, Your Honor, Mr. Aldridge is in full compliance and there's no issues to report, Your Honor.
All right, sounds wonderful to me. All right, anything from any of the other teammates as to Mr. Aldridge?
No, Judge, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm glad to hear, Mr. Aldridge, that your brother is coming home, and I know that's been one of your concerns. Mr. Aldridge is doing well. It's not a whole lot more. It's unfortunate that I can add to what's already been said. Appreciate Mr. Aldridge and appreciate him, doing the program. He's always been positive, and I just want to encourage you to just stay positive. As you say, you address the concerns when they come, and we know that they come every day. But I'm glad that you.
You're frozen up. We lost you.
Brother and his wife. Thank you, Yana. Did I?
We heard the last part. Thank you, Your Honor.
For this opportunity. Thank you.
All right, very good, very good. All right. If nothing else, Miss Robs, what's next for Mr. Aldridge?
Your Honor, a face-to-face on May 17th, 2022, and a return to court date for graduation on May 19th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, everybody's required to attend the graduation. All right, very good, Mr. Aldridge. I need everyone to join me in thanking Mr. Aldridge for his service. Thank you, Mr. Aldridge. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And thanks for the support.
Yes, sir. All right, let's do it. I am going to Mr. Ralph Keith, SP 103-07631. All right, Mr. Keith, unmute and state your full name.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Ralph Lee Keith.
All right, how are you this morning?
I am doing great, Your Honor. Very well.
Okay. All right, very good, very good. And so I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. How have things been?
Oh, they've been good, Your Honor. I came down to the court yesterday to take pictures, and I didn't see Miss Rouse, but I did talk to her. And,
all right.
And I know I got a rehearsal on the 16th, and the 19th is graduation.
And that sounds like you're graduating.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
Sir, you are graduating. Are you happy?
Yes, ma'am, I am. I am very happy, you know, because the courts helped me accomplish something that I couldn't do by myself, but I wanted to do.
Yes.
And that's stop using. And now that I have stopped, I don't know why I didn't do it a long time ago.
Yeah, that's okay. It's never too late.
That's right.
So I'm certain you have added time and value to your life. And
yes,
so just continue to work hard going forward. How about that?
How about that? Yes, ma'am. I'm going to do that.
Yes, sir. Have you had any challenges? Go ahead.
I say I got to reinvent myself. I think I want to become a recovery coach.
Look at you. That's a wonderful thing to do. Help somebody else.
Yes, ma'am.
Help somebody else. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, all right. Have you had any obstacles or any challenges since the last time I've seen you?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I stay away from old friends, playgrounds, and playmates. I'm a homebody. I stay at home a lot, you know, but I do make a lot of meetings, you know. Okay. A lot of them are virtual, you know, but tomorrow I'll have a meeting at H&I, that's Hospitals and Institutions, at Emmanuel House, and I'll go there. But there's been no obstacles at all.
All right. Have you learned something since the last time I've seen you?
Yes, ma'am. Can
you share with us what you've learned?
Okay. If you don't want to do the time, don't do the crime.
All right. If you don't want to do the time, don't do the crime. Crime will take a chunk out of time, won't it?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a little too old. I'm too old to be fooled by a kitten.
There you go. There you go. I love it. I'm telling you, I love it. Very good. All right, Miss Robs, Mr. Keith is one of our graduates. We are excited. Tell me what I need to know about Mr. Keith this morning.
Your Honor, Mr. Keith, as he reported out, he is doing extremely well, Your Honor. Me and Mr. Keith, and I apologize, Mr. Keith, you didn't see me, but I will make sure you see me on rehearsal day. But he, Your Honor, is continuously working on his goals. We had the opportunity to talk and discuss, you know, the things that he wanted to continue upon his graduation in terms of his continuum of care plan, you know, his transition within the community, family support, and the things that, you know, which he indicated today to become a, you know, recovery coach. Mr. Keith, Your Honor, has been recovery focused since he entered into this program. Your Honor, over the course of the program, there's been no positive screenings. He's continuously linked with his MAT. In fact, I do need to follow up with Mr. Kusheri to get a report with regard to that titration plan in terms of what's going to come upon his completion here as well. Again, Your Honor, he's paid all his fees and costs. obtained his driver's license while he's been in the program. And I do want to just say this, Mr. Keith is very engaged with, his other veteran peers in terms of, Your Honor, he gave a special shout out to Mr. Glenn yesterday during our conversation and just indicated that he has seen him progress and he's, proud of him. So I just wanted to add that because Mr. Keith, I was really happy that you had that insight. But again, Your Honor, he's insightful. He's full of, just recovery ideas and just proud of Mr. Keith and just grateful to have had the opportunity to work with you, Mr. Keith. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Ross.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Keith?
Judge.
All right. If nothing else, Mr. Keith, you are on your way. We are going to celebrate you on the 19th of May, and I'm excited about it. That's going to be your next and final court date, other than you have a rehearsal and all of those wonderful things that you must go to. And
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
all right. And you want to be there because you don't want to miss
Yes, ma'am.
anything. There you go. All
Thank
right.
you.
And so I need everyone in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Mr. Keith on his for serving and for being one of our graduates. He's on his way. Thank you for your service. We're excited about your graduation. All
Thank
right.
you.
Very good. Let's keep going. Don't leave me yet, Mr. Keith. Don't
No,
leave me.
ma'am.
All right. Let's go to Mr. Glenn. Mr. Glenn, I have case number U587-67520. Mr. Glenn.
Yeah.
Sir, you looking awfully spiffy over there. What you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good.
You are. Mr. Glenn, state your full name for me.
Carl Earl Glenn.
All right, Mr. Glenn, how are things going for you?
Everything is going fine. I'm still going to church. I'm still communicating with my brothers and sisters with their support, and I'm doing okay.
All right, you still being kind?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Glenn, I'm counting on you to be kind, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, very good, very good. Have you been having any issues, any difficulties that you need us to help you with, Mr. Glenn?
Yeah, the last time I spoke with Mr. Kusheri, I still haven't got my pain medication for my leg. He said he was gonna have it mailed to me. I guess they don't know what medication it is.
Okay, Ms. Robs, do you know anything about that? I don't see Mr. Kusheri on this morning. Do you know anything about that?
Your Honor, I do remember Mr. Kusheri mentioning that. I will follow up with Mr. Kusheri with regards to his medication. And Mr. Glenn, I'll be in contact with you once I figure out, what has been the holdup so that we can get you squared away, okay?
Yeah, I think the computer, they don't know what medication it is.
Okay, so I'll make sure to follow up with Mr. Kusheri on today, okay?
All right.
Okay. All right. Very good.
I wanted to ask you too, did you receive my money order yet?
No, I actually haven't. But once I receive it, I will definitely make sure I follow up with you and let you know.
That's been over a month ago.
It's been over a month? I haven't received it. I will definitely follow up. So
yeah, I just mailed another one. I just mailed another one on the 1st too.
Okay.
So I know you haven't received that one.
No, I haven't.
All right. All right. So Ms. Robs will be looking to receive all of that money, right, Ms. Robs? All right. Very good. All right. Miss Robs, Is there anything else with respect to Mr. Glenn? If not, I'll open it up to the team.
Your Honor, Mr. Glenn is doing extremely well. He's been compliant with testing. He's been compliant, Your Honor, with his order with regard to his psychiatric services at the VA. Your Honor, he is indeed still working on, his goals, with regards to, his faith and spirituality, family support, and as well as being nice and kind. Mr. Glenn, Your Honor, is doing extremely well. He appears to be on task. And again, I hope you got that shout out earlier, Mr. Glenn, that was given to you, because people are looking at you and they see your progress. So continue to keep doing a great job.
Did you hear that, Mr. Glenn?
No, I didn't hear.
Uh-oh, one more time.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Glenn, Your Honor, Mr. Glenn, you are doing extremely well. I hope you heard the shout out earlier that you were given. People are observing you and your progress. I just encourage you to continue to keep doing a great job. You in compliance, and you're just doing a wonderful job. Please keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, very good. Mr. Glenn, do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No.
All right. Anything else from any of our other team members as to Mr. Glenn?
No, Judge.
All right. If nothing else, Mr. Glenn, I want to thank you for your service this morning. So everyone, please join me in thanking Mr. Glenn for serving in the armed forces. Thank you, Mr. Glenn. We appreciate you. We certainly appreciate you. All right, Mr. Glenn, hang with me just for a little moment. We have one more veteran to do, okay?
Okay.
All right. Mr. Pringle is not on my docket this morning, or at least I don't see him. Why is Mr. Pringle in my courtroom this morning, Ms. Robs?
He's on your 1035 docket, Judge.
He's on the 1035. Oh, I did front and back. Yep. All right. That's supposed to be a face-to-face. Is everything all right with Mr. Pringle?
Your Honor, everything is going well with Mr. Pringle. He did appear in court last week. He is back on task with, his testing and making sure that he, continues, Your Honor, to keep his recovery focus first. He's still working. He's doing well, Your Honor. I haven't received any report with regard to the SoberLink device. No issues at this time.
All right, let me just place his case numbers on the record. 200-449-9701. Case number SP115-38762. Case number SP115-38763. And case number SP115-38761. Mr. Pringle, state your full name for me, please.
Dennis Pringle.
All right, Mr. Pringle, why are you in my courtroom this morning? You just wanted to see us.
Something like that.
That's what, you got something you want to tell us?
I do, like I said before, I apologize for making that fall off because I was supposed to be graduating as well. And I had to have with Miss Rob the other day because I didn't look at, when she told me about the program with JAMS, I didn't know what she was saying. I'm gonna get you in there, and I wasn't sure what she was saying, that she was gonna actually do it. And then when she told me about it, the time, it was like I thought it was going to interfere with my job, but the time when she told me was in the AM, and I worked in the PM, and I thought that was going to interfere, but it didn't. So, I mean, I'm on top of it, and I regret the little minor mishap I had, but I'm still pushing forward, and everything's pretty cool.
All right, keep pressing, keep pushing. You'll get there. I'm really proud of you that you have not had any type of violations on the SoberLink. So that's a good thing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, you're going to talk to Ms. Robs later today, I'm sure,
Yes.
if you haven't done so already. But it's good to see your face. You're still in good shape. You look like you're doing well. And I'm going to get to see your face in person on the 19th, right?
Yes.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the team members as to Mr. Pringle?
Your Honor, if I might interject, I've been been texting with the prosecutor. Mr. Pringle appears to have 3 driving matters which have not been adjudicated.
Yes, on for arraignment, and then I have 2 that are scheduled for arraignment.
Yes.
And 1 that's a review.
Yeah, and the review has not been adjudicated either, Judge. So I don't know why it was put down as review, but
I
it
don't
has not.
know. I need those titles to be okay. All right, go ahead.
But they are all unadjudicated. The prosecutor has given an offer that if he pleads to the driving while license suspended, they would recommend reducing that to fail to display. He has no objection to adding that to the contract and dismissing the other two matters today, or when this court feels it's appropriate to dismiss those other two matters.
All right, very good. Well, this is what I'm going to do before I put that plea on the record. I'm going to release all of the other veterans. Before we release them, I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in thanking all of our veterans this morning. You all are awesome. You're doing a great job. I'm very proud of you. And so keep up the great work. Never stop serving. Once a soldier, always a soldier. We always serve. And so keep doing a great job, not just serving others, but serving yourself as well. Be good to yourself. I'm going to see you all on your next court date, or I will see you at the graduation in person. It is mandatory on the 19th. All right, very good. You all are excused. The veterans are excused, except Mr. Pringle. Mr. Pringle, we're going to go forward with your plea, okay?
Okay.
All right, you all are excused. All right, Mr. Pringle, let's do it. Let me have you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, you understand that in these matters, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Correct.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a guilty plea on one of the matters today, correct?
Correct.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into this or promised anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
You understand that you're going to be pleading guilty on one of the matters. It's going to be reduced to fail to display, and the other two matters are going to be dismissed. And the one you're pleading guilty on is going to be added to the contract if the judge approves that. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, on the date and time of this citation, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And when stopped by a police officer and asked to produce a valid license, you could not do so because your license was suspended at the time, correct?
Correct.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor, both as to his constitutional waiver and the factual basis.
All right, I'm satisfied as well. I'm accepting your plea of guilty. I am reducing the charge ending in 8763 to failure to display a valid operator's license. And although I'm going to add it, Mr. Fikens, I am going to assess fines and costs.
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Understood, Your
And
Honor.
so I'm going to assess the cost in the amount of, I'll do it only at $100. And then I will do the fine in the amount of $50. So he's gonna owe us $150 on that matter. And once he gets it paid, then he'll get his other two dismissals. Mr. Pringle, when can you get that $150 paid?
Friday.
You can do it this Friday? All right. Then what I'm going to do is I will put it on the Veterans Treatment Court docket, Miss Fikens, not Mrs. Fikens, Miss Robs. All right, Miss Robs, I'm going to put it on the Veterans Treatment Court docket for Tuesday. That would be May 10th, 2022. I'll put it on for 10:30. It'll be an adjourn to pay for that particular one. And then the remaining two matters will be an adjournment for dismissal. And as long as you get it paid before Tuesday of next week, then you don't have anything to worry about, okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. Ms. Robs, other than that, what's Mr. Pringle's next return to court date?
Your Honor, Mr. Pringle would have a face-to-face on May 17th 2022 at 10:35 a.m. and then a return to court date of May 19th at 8:35 a.m. for the graduation, Your Honor.
All right, so a couple of things are gonna happen. He's gonna do May 10th. And on May 10th, Mr. Fikens, don't let me forget that matter that he's pled guilty to, it will be added to his his Veterans Treatment Court order, okay? So he'll still ultimately get it dismissed, but he's got to pay for it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, very good. And so he's still gonna be in great shape by the time he finishes this program. You're not gonna be in any worse shape. So now you wanna make sure you're doing the right thing, right, Mr. Pringle?
Yes, of course.
All right, very good, very good. All right, if nothing else, you'll keep your other court dates. You don't have to come on the 10th. I need to clarify that. On May 10th, you don't have to dial into the courtroom because as long as you pay your ticket, you're in good shape, okay? You'll see Ms. Robbs for your face-to-face, then we'll see you for the graduation, all right?
Yes.
All right, very good. All right, I'm glad you're doing well. And I see you have on a shirt that says healthy, so I hope you're doing some things to stay healthy or to be healthy. Yes?
Yeah, but I'm joining the gym Friday too, so got 2 things to do.
All right. All right, very good. Very proud of you, Mr. Pringle. Hang in there, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I will. Thanks.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. All right. I am ready I think that's it for, no. Nathaniel Smith, where's Mr. Smith? On the Veterans Treatment Court docket.
Your Honor, I'm not sure. I can reach out to him now.
Is this the date that you have for Mr. Smith?
It is, Your Honor. You know what? No, he wouldn't be in the heat program just yet. They changed the time to 10, so he should be on, Your Honor. If I could just have
sure,
1 minute.
Find out where Mr. Smith is, and then Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens. I don't know, Mr. Parker, are you the mentor for Mr. Smith?
No, I'm not, Your Honor.
All right, then I'm going to release you. I think we've done everybody that we need to do that's on the Veterans Treatment Court docket. Mr. Purry had a review on today, but he's doing a face-to-face, so that's at 10:35. That's case number U582-57420. Ms. Robbs, what's the return to court date for Mr. Purry?
Your Honor, he will have a face-to-face on May 17th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m. and a return to court date on May 19th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m. for graduation.
All right, very good. I think that's all of the veterans. So you're in good shape, Mr. Parker. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right.
Everyone have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for serving.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, I believe Mr. Mansell is on for 9:45. All right, Mr. Mansell. Miss Robbs, is that your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, wonderful. Are you ready on Mr. Mansell?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's do it. I have case number 2000057FD. Mr. Mansell, please state your full name.
Brian Mansell.
All right, Mr. Mansell, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Wonderful.
That's good. I am doing very well, doing very, very well on this morning. All right, Mr. Mansell, what's been going on? He's the only person that's here for the 9:45. Mr. Mansell, what's been going on with you? I'm not going to keep him. What's been going on with you, Mr. Mansell?
Same thing, Your Honor, just working the program. That's basically what my days consist of, working hard.
All right. And now that's working on your job hard?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, how are you doing with working the program, Mr. Mansell?
Oh, everything has been great, Your Honor. I mean, again, it's over 2 years.
Yes, yes. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. It's been over 2 years. And so it should be more like a lifestyle, right?
Yes, it is.
Just
Yeah.
second nature. You don't even have to think about it. You just do it. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
That sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. What's been the most challenging part of all of this for you over these 2 years?
Decision making. That was the key. We have to, you have to learn to make good decisions. I was just doing what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, and not actually keeping in the consideration the consequences of those actions. And now that you get faced with this kind of stuff, you have to learn that you get older, you make better decisions, and things will get easier.
Yes, they do. They get easier as you continue once, habits. When you start making better decisions, it becomes a habit, right? Doesn't mean you won't ever make any bad decisions again in life, right? But it becomes easier to make good decisions, to go through that decision-making process and end up on the side of what's good for you, right?
Exactly.
Yes, sir. All right. Is there anything that you need us to help you with? Anything you're struggling with?
No, nothing at all, Miss Rob. She keeps me together.
I love it. Miss Robs, keep them together. Keep them together. All right. Very good. Miss Robs, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Mansell?
Your Honor, Mr. Mansell is doing extremely well. He is in phase 3. He is on the Smart Start device, Your Honor. He is, he's a transfer case. And so, Your Honor, I do want to discuss something in staffing with regard to Mr. Mansell and graduation. I just need to make contact with his probation officer and see if the fees and costs have been paid, so that we can progress in that area, because Your Honor, he does appear to meet the qualifications. So I did want to kind of discuss a little bit about that more with you in detail during staffing. Mr. Mansell has completed all the requirements, Your Honor, from the ARMS program to the ancillary services. He has done all his AA meetings, Your Honor. He's really on task. And, he's always, a great sport about everything. And he's doing an awesome job. Testing compliant, no issues with testing. Mr. Mansell, please keep up the good work. You are doing very, very well. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Vikings, anything you'd like to add as to Mr. Mansell and Ms. Robs? Let's have that conversation. All right.
Judge, I would just congratulate Mr. Mansell. Well done job. Proud of you. Keep up the good work. And you're so close to graduation. I know you feel good about that. Thank you, sir. Keep up the good work and be safe. Thank you.
All right.
You've been so consistent in your work, and you should feel good about all that and how you've done this program. And keep up the great work, sir. And you're getting close to that finish line.
Yes. All right. Very good. If nothing else, Mr. Mansell, let's get your return to court dates. Ms. Robs?
Yes, Your Honor. If I could do a face-to-face with him, Your Honor, on May 17th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m. and then a return to court date for graduation on May 19th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Okay, very good. All right. And so, Ms. Robs, and we'll touch base on what you'd like to talk about as to Mr. Mansell. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, very good. If no other questions, Mr. Mansell, go ahead.
That was May the 19th, right, for court?
Yes, you have to come down. Yes. Because that's when we have our graduation.
Okay. Oh, I have to come downtown.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sounds great. Ms. Robs will let me know for sure.
Yes, she will let you know, right, Ms. Robs?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good, very good. All right, if nothing else, I want you to enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
You too.
All right, thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. All right. Let's see. I have a review for Ms. Messer and Mr. Rhodes.
Your Honor, I am not
They're
sure.
scheduled for 9:45. So you know what? It's not 9:45. All right. Let me call the remainder of the docket up to that time. Let's do it. I had scheduled for an arraignment on the bench warrant, LaDonna Andrews, SP 1123707, counts 1, 2, and 3. I also have for Ms. Andrews, case number 204-00231, counts 1 and 2. Ms. Andrews has failed to appear. She was scheduled for 8:30. I'm satisfied I've given her enough time to appear. This is an arraignment on the bench warrant, which means she's had ample time to appear at 36th District Court by way of Zoom or physically entering the courtroom. Capias will issue for each one of these matters, and the bond will be set at $25 cash or surety as to each matter. And then I'm going to drop down to 8:35 for Nathaniel Smith. Where's Mr. Smith?
I saw him.
He was on the screen. Yeah, he was in the courtroom.
He's
I
on,
don't
Your Honor.
see him.
He's turning his camera on now.
There he goes.
Mr. Smith, you have to have your camera on. I can't even hear you. And you're not muted on my end. All right, Mr. Smith, you're gonna keep it up. I'm gonna bring you back from.
Hello?
Okay.
Mic check. Good morning, Your Honor.
Why isn't your camera on? I don't know that
You can't see me?
Your camera, it is now,
Oh,
but it
sorry.
wasn't on earlier. When you're in court, turn your camera on so we can know that you're here.
Apologize.
All
Sorry.
right. I don't know if you don't have it on. All right. I'm glad you're here. Let me call your case number. Case number 18057-32901. State your full name, Mr. Smith.
Nathaniel D. Love Smith.
All right. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. I was bad over the weekend, but I'm better today.
Why were you bad over the weekend?
I messed my computer up. My baby. My graphics card. So I was changing the thermal paste on my graphics card, and I used the wrong kind, and I fried it. So that's $2,000 gone down the drain.
Oh no, you didn't have a warranty, nothing on that.
Well, I had a warranty until I changed the thermal paste. It's a little sticker on it that says, void warranty when you move it. But I've done this many of times, so it was easy. I didn't know with this expensive graphics card that you had to use non-conductive thermal paste. I found out the hard way, but it's okay because I'm going to get something bigger and better. Just got to take time and patience to save my money. Actually, my girlfriend's going to buy it, but it's okay.
Oh, you knew that was going to strike a nerve with me, your girlfriend buying it. Okay.
I'll just be honest. Sharon. I was sad. It took me. I feel like I was being challenged. So it took me to a place where I was angry, having thoughts I shouldn't have. And I went and talked to the other fellas about it and got it off my chest. And I handled it, over the weekend. It was rough. But on a positive note, I finished my first class with an A in computer networking. So
yeah, come on. Very good, Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, someone's in my courtroom and you're talking and we're in session and you're not on mute. So Mr. Wilson, I need you to mute that person before I leave my courtroom altogether. All right, thank you so much. All right. And so, Mr. Smith, that's good news. You did well on your class.
Yep.
Good.
Really good. Start the next one Wednesday. They changed my schedule from Monday to Thursday to Wednesday to Saturday, it works. Even though I wasn't expecting it, works better with my work schedule here. So everything works out.
All right. Very good. I'm sad to hear about your loss. But I am happy to hear. I am, because I'm the warranty queen. And so I'm gonna find a warranty. Y'all gonna build me a warranty around this. And so listen, but I am very excited and happy to hear about how you handled it. You handled it well. And that's a good thing. Give me 1 second. Okay. And so I'm really proud of how you handled that situation. I'm also excited to hear about your grade in your class. So you know you got it in you to do it, right?
100%.
100%. All right, sir. Have you been having any issues, anything that you need us to help you with to work on or to work on with you?
I've been doing great, working my program, learning from others. You know, I'm one of the younger people here, and these guys got a lot of insight, and you know, they encourage me to keep going. You know, I know I shouldn't count because it's one day at a time, but I'm getting closer and closer to my 2 years, and this excites me and it motivates me. And then it's gonna next year and the next year and the next year, you know. So I'm doing really good. I'm blessed. I'm trying to be a leader. I am being a leader around here, leading by example. And I know a lot of these guys look up to me. You know, they see all these electronics and stuff, and I explain to them, like, when I came into recovery, I had to close on my back. You know, it took time to get here and patience. And foremost, I put my recovery first. My whole life revolves around my recovery. If it cannot fit in my recovery, it can't fit in my life. So I'm doing great.
Can you say that again? Because somebody in this courtroom needs to hear that. If it does not fit in your recovery,
it does not fit in my life. So
it does not fit in your life. And your recovery includes you don't use alcohol, you don't use marijuana, and those are legal, aren't they?
Yep.
But you know that they didn't work well for you when you were using them, right?
100%. They did not.
And you know that they wrecked your life, even though everybody says it comes from the earth and all of that stuff, right?
Right.
And even though you can buy top shelf and low shelf marijuana and alcohol, it didn't work for you, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then you stopped using and you were able to identify some things that you needed to work on. And now look at you. Nowhere near who you were when you first encountered us.
Not even close. God is good.
I need you to go back and tell your friends that smoking weed and all of that stuff and drinking and saying, well, it comes from the earth and I use it to calm me down. Go back and tell them, don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
Don't believe it's a myth. It's a myth. Tell them to go back and read our history, how our ancestors dealt with depression and everything else. And they didn't get high. They didn't.
100%.
They didn't get drunk. They didn't. Instead, they used the resources that they had. They built schools, they built churches, they built communities. They did a whole lot of things and they had no drugs. Make sure 100%. You do a history check. You come from some good style, sir. I like to get that history check-in with you young folks every now and again. You come from good stock. Do your history check, do your background check before you let other folks tell you what you need and what you must have and what you can't do without and what's going to make your life better. Do some background, fact check your background, okay?
100%.
I love it, Mr. Smith. I love it. All right. Let me hear Ms. Rives. What do you have from Mr. Smith? He is doing very, very well. I am very proud of Mr. Smith.
Yes, Your Honor. Indeed, Mr. Smith is doing really well. Your Honor, as he indicated, he is in a leadership position over at Lake Ridge. And, he has been working on, the completion of his school goals and, putting his recovery first. Mr. Smith, Your Honor, I can honestly say in our interactions and conversations, he has been able to identify his strengths, his needs, and able to, articulate it in a way, Your Honor, that he gets what he needs, taken care of. One thing about it, he makes a lot of jokes about, that his girlfriend is going to do this and that. But one thing about it, Your Honor, she does provide a positive support system for him. And that is, that's wonderful in itself because he's learning to identify, or he has learned how to identify positive people, places, and things. So, Mr. Smith, I do encourage you to continue to keep doing what you're doing. You're working the HEAT program and utilizing its core concepts. So, again, congratulations, and just continue to keep up the good work, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Rives. Mr. Smith, what do you think about that HEAT program so far?
It's excellent. It's raw. You need that. Like, it's so much. Okay, recovery is, the more I learn, the more tools I get in my belt to work with. And it's like HEAT gives that rawness and that my experiences. HEAT takes me back to those times when I was struggling and I didn't have no mindset or thought. I had no idea when recovery was. Now I do, so I value. I used to have self-loathing in a way, but guilt about the things I've done, and HEAT helps me put a spin on it. So it's like I'm not there no more. Be positive, but it reminds you where you come from and gives you a better understanding where you want to go. Yeah, it's powerful. It's powerful. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's powerful.
Your Honor, if I may,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I just got to say this. When I went to go and see the group, I didn't get a chance to hear Mr. Smith do his rap or his poem presentation. And so, Mr. Smith, I do want to tell you that you owe me that presentation when I come back.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'm quite the writer. I love writing, so I got that for you.
All right.
She forgot. I thought she forgot.
All right. Very good. Very good. Okay, Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, anything for Mr. Smith?
Just keep up the good work, Mr. Smith. We're proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Ficus, are you saying something? Oh, never mind. All right. All right, Mr. Smith, let's get your next court dates. Ms. Rox, what's next for Mr. Smith?
Your Honor, a face-to-face on May 17th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m. and a return to court date for graduation on May 19th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Mr. Smith? Graduation attendance is mandatory for all program participants.
All right.
All right.
All right, Your Honor. So May 17th in person and then May 19th graduation?
No.
Correct.
May 17th is the face-to-face, right, Ms. Robbs? So you're going to talk with Ms. Robbs on the 17th.
Right.
May 19th is in person. You're going to come to the graduation. Okay.
I got to go to the courtroom.
You're going to go to the graduation. Ms. Robbs is going to give you the information as to where we're going to. You can walk over to the graduation from court.
Oh, okay. So I gotta, it's not Zoom. I actually gotta get dressed up and get a haircut. All right. All right. All right.
I mean, in person. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All righty.
All right. Very good.
All
right. I'm releasing you because this closes out the Veterans Treatment Court docket. So before you leave the courtroom, I want everybody to join me in thanking Mr. Smith for serving our country, which means he served all of us in the armed services. Thank you so much, Mr. Smith. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. All right. Very good. You are free to leave.
Have a blessed one.
All right. Very good. I am going to go to Mr. Rhodes. Mr. Rhodes, if you could unmute for me. I have the following SP 111-50292 and case number 200-619-3401. State your full name for me, Mr. Rhodes.
Michael Laverne Rhodes.
All right. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you this morning?
I'm feeling well as expected, Your Honor.
All right.
Yeah, everything is going along real good. I got the a confirmation word this Sunday at church and communion day. Pastor Solomon Kinlock.
Okay.
He stated, where is your spiritual level at? What is your spiritual level? Have you been evaluating your spiritual level since you came in. And this program that I'm in is a spiritual program, which was sent. And understanding and meaning growth in every day that you live, one day at a time, you are to gain, learn, and be patient for when your turn come around for what's holding for you.
Yes.
Because everybody must stay in position and everybody get a turn. And when your turn come, please do not give it up.
Yes,
You may not get another turn. You know, and dealing with this program long as I've been around, I'm really interpreting that God has really have favor on me. And in my duty, what position that he have gave me, testimony to young men and older men who has traveled my road, that I must stay in position, that I must take maintenance in my spiritual level every time that I proceed and give my gifts.
Absolutely.
And it's just been a blessing since I've been back or been here, and understanding that I have a good background. I wouldn't say very good background, but I noticed that I'm a good person. I got a good heart.
Yes.
And I'm grateful to know that God has had favor on me.
Yes, wonderful. All right, Mr. Rhodes, have you been having any challenges with working the program?
Basically, right now, Your Honor, I haven't had any challenges as far as maintaining and being productive and knowing my boundaries.
Okay.
Those challenges haven't been coming around because I know they are there. So what I must do is just stay focused and stay aware of all my surroundings and my doings.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. No issues to report?
None whatsoever. I want to say it's an issue, but then again, I want to say that it's it's a blessing and it's a gift. You know, I've been having real, how can I say, determination and motivation to come and to drop twice a week down to Ms. Rob's. But so far, I've been making myself do it. I've been making myself appointed, and I've been making myself available.
All right. That's what I want to hear. Very good. Very good. All right, Ms. Robs, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Rose indicated, he is in full compliance, Your Honor. I do have Mr. Rose come down, Your Honor, one to supervise, his case, and then, just to establish and build rapport with Mr. Rose, because, Your Honor, as Mr. Rose indicated, he is extremely recovery focused. I had the opportunity to get a better understanding of Mr. Rose. He's been in recovery for a while. I did receive his treatment plan. And so I have an idea, Your Honor, of what goals he has in mind. Again, he's been working on his driver's license. To my understanding, I think he just took the test. You got your driver's license.
Yes, ma'am.
So congratulations to you, Mr. Rose, with regard to that.
Very good. He told us that last time. Yes. All right. Go ahead, Ms. Rob.
Yes, Your Honor. But Mr. Rose, Your Honor, he is doing extremely well. And I just encourage you, Mr. Rose, to keep up the great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Robs.
All right. If nothing else for Mr. Rhodes, let's get those next dates.
Yes, Your Honor. A return to court date of May 16th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Would that be a face-to-face for him or?
Your Honor, it will be a court date on a Monday instead of a Tuesday, but I can do a face-to-face if that.
Yeah, put him on the Monday, but do it for a face-to-face because he's got to come down on May 19th.
Yes, Your Honor. So that will be at 10:35 a.m. on that Monday, Mr. Rose. Okay, so you'll be moving to the Monday.
Yes. Tuesdays will be reserved for our veterans.
Yes, Your Honor. And then a return of court date for the graduation of May 19th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
That's in person?
Yes,
In person Monday and Zoom the 19th?
yes. No, you come to the court on May 19th for the graduation. I'll make sure to get you all that information. I have the printed flyers.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good, Mr. Rhodes. It's good to see you today. Continue to take good care of yourself. I'll see you in person in a couple of weeks, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm releasing you. All right. Have a good one. All right. I am ready on Crystalline Messer. I have the following matters for Ms. Messer. 19399-324, counts 1 and 2. U39049117. Case number 19399-3231. Case number U41808717. And case number Z8082891. Ms. Messer, state your full name for me.
Crystalline Messer.
All right. Good morning to you, Ms. Messer.
Good morning.
You look totally different today. What's going on with you?
I'm at work.
You're at work? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Something else is going on. Your skin, you look like you're radiating. What's
Well, I got another job, making more money. I start on the 16th. So I put my 2 weeks in here. And my schedule will be different. It'll be afternoons instead of mornings to start off. But I'll be making $5 more an hour.
Good for you.
Yeah. And they're going to pay for my CNA and all of that. So
really good for you.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Plus it's closer to home because right now I work out in Lake Orion.
Oh, okay. Very good.
And the other job's in Livonia. So I'm excited about it.
Okay. And so how are you doing? You're new to the program still. How are you doing with working the program?
Good. I feel good. Last week I kind of had a mishap with the facility that I do my drug test at, but we got it together. We figured it out. And we took care of it. So I'm all good. Besides, well, they were trying to say I had a positive, but I did not. They sent it out. It was negative.
Okay.
So I was like, I already knew I didn't do anything. So I'm like, I wasn't worried about it. So I'm just happy about that.
Yes. Sometimes there are certain things that you can come in contact with that's environmental that can cause a positive test. And that's why if you're saying you didn't use, we have to send it out for confirmation.
Right. Yep. And they sent it out. So it came back negative.
Good.
Yes.
And they can tell when they do the confirmation, whether it's environmental or if it's actually drugs.
Yeah.
Or alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
good.
Other than that, I'm good.
All right. Have you been having any challenges with respect to working the program?
No, none at all.
None? Nothing you need us to help you with?
No, not that I can think of.
All right. Ms. Robs, what do you want to tell me about Ms. Messer?
Your Honor, as indicated, this is her first review. Ms. Messer is in compliance with her testing at ATS. You know, she is doing well, Your Honor. She's working towards her goal with her children. She did indicate, Your Honor, that she's getting a new job. So congratulations to you, Ms. Messer, you know, on your $5 raise. I'm kind of jealous, but you know, she's doing extremely well, Your Honor. No issues to report at this time on Ms. Messer.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, is there anything you'd like to add as to Ms. Messer? She's new, she's hit the ground running, and she's doing very well so far.
Yes, Judge, thank you. I did do the intake with Ms. Messer. I went over the order with her. She said she can do the program, and I believe she can do it. Judge, she has 2 tickets on the docket that are scheduled for pretrial today. One U ticket, that's Cabaret D group dancing ticket, and one NOP. I did talk to the city attorney, Mr. Rosenthal, and he's made a recommendation if she wants to take care of these matters today. If the court would allow it, I would put the recommendation on the record.
Yes, what's the recommendation?
The recommendation is for the NOP to amend that to failure to display and add that to the drug treatment court contract, and for the U ticket, that's the group card, to dismiss that with a stipulation to probable cause. And if Ms. Messer is agreeable, or we can put that on the record now, plead guilty to the NOP, amend it to FTD, and they will recommend dismissing the U ticket, that's a Cabaret D card. Is that something you'd like to do, Ms. Messner?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Reed, you may proceed.
Thank you. Ms. Messer, as you know, you have constitutional rights, and you're always entitled to a trial by judge or jury and entitled to testify. When you enter a plea of guilty, you will not have a trial. You will not be testifying. Is that what you want to do? Are you good with that today?
Yes.
And this plea would be voluntary. No one's threatened you or promised you anything or forced you to enter a plea on this no-op ticket. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm satisfied with the waiver, Your Honor. May I do a factual basis?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Ms. Messer, on the date and time of this citation in the city of Detroit, you were operating a motor vehicle, and when stopped by law enforcement, you were unable to produce a valid Michigan driver's license. Is that correct?
Yes.
Judge, I'm satisfied, and we would stipulate the probable cause for dismissal of the U ticket.
All right, very good. I am accepting your plea of guilty. I'm reducing the charge to failure to display a valid operator's license. I am adding that to the treatment court order. So Ms. Mack, that will follow her other cases. I'm not assessing any additional fines and costs for that particular matter, Mr. Reed, because she had that before she came to us. And then I am dismissing the remaining matter for the failure to have a group card. And I'm dismissing that on today. You're in great shape, Ms. Messer. Very good.
Thank you so much.
Very good. All right. Is there anything else or any questions that you have for the team today? And thank you, Mr. Reed, for bringing that to my attention.
Yes, sir.
No.
Nothing else? All right.
Nope.
Very good. If nothing else, Ms. Robs, what's next for Ms. Messer?
Your Honor, Ms. Messer is in phase one, but seeking permission to do a face-to-face for that Monday, May 16th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. And then she'll be back for the graduation.
Yes, Your Honor, for May 19th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Okay.
And I'll send out the information to you, Ms. Messer.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good. If nothing else, Ms. Messer, I am releasing you. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. All right, I do see that the interpreter, Mr. Ugaldi, is on. I'm going to swear you in and then put you in the breakout room with Miss Maria Angel. Good morning again to you. And then we need an attorney to go in with them. There should be an offer on her case. I'm going to ask the interpreter if you could unmute for me. And then thank you for raising your right hand. Do you swear? Raise your right hand for me.
Your Honor, did you say unmute or mute?
No, unmute. Thank you.
Unmute. Yeah, I was unmuted. I apologize. Go ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. Pleasure meeting you.
Go. Nice to meet you as well. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret the words as spoken by the parties on today, that you will do so completely and accurately without any additions or deletions, so help you God?
I will.
All right, thank you. You may place your hand down, state your name for the record, as well as your qualifications.
Raymond Ugalde, Ugalde, pre-certified interpreter for the state of Michigan.
And you're interpreting today from English to?
Spanish.
And Spanish to English. Wonderful. All right. Who is going into the breakout room with Miss Maria Angel?
I will do that, Judge.
All right, Ms. Wilson, if you could place the interpreter, Mr. Ficus, and Ms. Angel in breakout room, that would be great.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Mack, I got your message that Ms. Bell is in the courtroom. Please contact the treatment court team. I can't remember who the case manager was on yesterday. Please have her tested, and then I will be ready to proceed as to Ms. Bell.
Yes, I've already contacted Mr. Yancey. He's here now to take her up to be tested. Okay.
All right, and Mr. Yancey, I need to know what your recommendation is for Ms. Bell. Did Ms. Bell send you her COVID information yesterday? Mr. Yancey?
She said she sent it to Mr. Griffin, so I'll have to retrieve it.
Okay, very good. All right, go right ahead. Okay, and then there are other people that are in my courtroom. You don't have your camera on. I can't call your case if you don't have your camera on. Please cut on your camera. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, Miss West, why are you back in my courtroom? You were going back to Judge Bryant. Uh-oh, I can't hear you. You're on mute.
She said that she wanted me to do inpatient, and I definitely can't do that. I can't do inpatient. So I'm just gonna have to quit smoking.
Well, you can't, you're not gonna be able to come to me and tell me what you can't do, because we do assessments. We get you assessed by a professional, and it depends on what the professional says. I'm not saying that you will do inpatient, but I thought you wanted to go back to Judge Bryant. So
I was kind of under the impression that I would still be able to, smoke if I was with that judge. But unfortunately, she said no. And I have too many kids, too many responsibilities, too many things that I could lose going to inpatient.
I would rather reasons for you not smoking. You have things to lose smoking. You can lose those things because you don't have a clear mind. You can't make good decisions. And you're somebody.
Right, but I could quit without rehab now. I don't need that.
I don't. Well, here's the wonderful thing. If you knew what you needed, you wouldn't be here with us. We would never, if you had the ability to just do what you need to do without the court's intervention, our paths would have never crossed. I bet you they wouldn't have. I'm much older than you. And so you know what? You're here. So if you want the help, we're going to give it to you. But you don't get to tell us what that help looks like.
I'm not trying to tell you that. I'm just letting you know how I feel about it. I don't feel that I need to be placed in inpatient.
Well, we haven't said we were placing you in inpatient, but there is going to be an assessment done and we'll go from there. Okay?
Okay. I'm just a little confused. I've been talking to a lot of different people and they telling me one thing, they telling me this thing, that keeps switching judges. I'm just a little confused.
No, nobody keeps switching the judges. If you can't work this program, then you have to go back to Judge Bryant, who is your judge of record. So no switching judges, that's you. That was your decision to go back to Judge Bryant. So
before in the beginning, they kept going back and forth about the medical marijuana card, and I didn't have nothing to do with that. I didn't know nothing. He kept saying I could use it. They said I couldn't use it. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Okay. Well, do you want to work our program, Miss?
Yes, I will. I will quit today.
Okay. All right. The reason that we want you to be able to work our program without self-medicating is because we will never be able to tell, the professionals won't be able to tell what you need and what works for you if you're self-medicating. So give us an opportunity to work with you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand sign language. I'm sorry. What's your response?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Mr. Curtis, are you doing Miss West's case, or is that going to be Miss Taylor?
I will be, Your Honor. We are already scheduled for a date for her to come down and do to do the intake. I believe, Miss West, I told you on the 10th, May 10th in the morning. So
Why so long? Why are we waiting so long before she comes down to do her intake?
I know that we're off. Are you here tomorrow, Judge?
No, I'm not, but that doesn't
Okay.
stop her from coming to do all of her paperwork. Has she already been assessed and determined to be eligible for our program?
She is eligible.
All right, very good. And so do you have the preliminary paperwork for her for the program?
I do. I have that.
All right, so is there anything wrong with her going into a breakout room with one of the attorneys that are on today, and let's get her processed for today?
Okay. All right. That's fine.
You sure, Mr. Curtis? I'm asking.
Well, no, I can make that happen. I just have to get back her file from our clerk. So
Okay, yes, because she was going back to Judge
she was
Bryant.
going,
And
yes.
so I don't want to do a lot of back and forth. If she's not going to work our program, I need her to go with Judge Bryant and stay with Judge Bryant. She cannot come back to me. I'm going to say that. She cannot come back to me. All right. So if she says she wants to work the program, she's going to work it the way that it's prescribed. We have standards that we must satisfy in the programming. And so if she's willing to do that, I'd like to get her processed and in today so that she can be in our regular rotation on Wednesdays.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Okay, because I am out on tomorrow. I'm available for emergencies, but emergencies only. I'm really going to be out tomorrow.
Okay.
What do you want to say, Miss West?
I just want to know, how long is the program?
Our program is a minimum of 12 months.
Okay.
A maximum.
I was a little confused on that too.
I'm sorry?
I was a little confused on that too, because she sentenced me 18 months, but she told me that you might change it. I don't know.
Yes. And I could change it, and I don't know that I will, but it depends on what you do while you're with us in the program, okay? But what I do know, Miss West, how many babies do you have?
Sure.
Girl, you said you had a whole bunch of babies. That's not no whole bunch of babies.
I have stepkids and I have 2 that came out of me.
Okay, so you have 2 biological children. All right. And so listen, what I do know is our program can help you. If you are somebody's mother and you are managing the lives of minors that need good management, and you would agree with me in this day and time, our children need some good management, then this program can help you, but only if you're going to do the work. You're not going to be able to tell me what you're going to do and what you can't do. Now, you can tell me about the issues and struggles that you have, and we will work with you, but there are standards that we must meet. And so I can't change those standards, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a yes? All right. Very good. So, Mr. Curtis, let's get it processed, okay?
Okay, I will be sending over the information to Attorney Reed.
All right, Mr. Reed, and then Mr. Reed will go into a breakout room with Miss West. And Miss, you want to do that now since Mr. Curtis has that already? Miss,
Yes, Judge. Thank you. I would like to go into a breakout room and go over the court's order with Miss West. I'm very familiar with the court's order, and I will explain that to her and answer any questions she might have, Judge.
all right, very good. All right, let's make that happen, Miss Wilson. And then Miss Mack, I got your message. I am about to call you right now. Thank you. Court is in recess. There is someone else in my courtroom who has not turned on his camera. Sir, I'm going to save you until the very end of my day if you do not turn on your camera so that we can service you. I don't know who he is, but what I will tell you is that if you don't have good reception, you need to physically come down to 36th District Court, and you need to do that right now. We are located at 421 Michigan, no, 421, you can. I just forgot our street, Madison. I was reading your shirt. We're at 421 Madison in the city of Detroit, and my courtroom is courtroom 133. But you need to turn on your camera. Court is in recess at this time.
Ms. Wilson, to let you know, my two people are ready to go. We'll keep them back in the breakout room unless I hear from you to the contrary.
Okay, thank you. The judge took a break.
I gotcha. Thanks.
Right, yeah.
Just a quick one.
Yeah,
But
just
Judge,
a
you
quick
took
one.
this- Judge, so. Mr. Reed, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I just had a conversation with Miss West. Miss West, she's going into the other specialty court, and I went over the court's order with her.
Very good.
All right. Are we ready?
She's still in the breakout room with Mr. Curtis. I
All
think they're coming back, or they may be back already. I don't know.
All right, Mr. Fikens, I think you had two matters that are ready. If your people are ready, let's do it.
Yes, they are. And I can go get them, or if Miss Wilson can bring
Ms.
them
Wilson,
back.
if you could bring them back, that would be great.
And we'll start with the interpreter case first, if it's okay
Oh,
with you.
that's wonderful. Yes.
Let me see if I can get them, Judge.
There we go. There's the interpreter. We're calling Miss Maria Angel's case first.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very welcome.
It is nice to work back on the Detroit side. I live in St. Joseph, Michigan, and been doing the courts here for 10 years and other things. But it's so nice to come back home, I call it, and it's
Wonderful.
and to have you as our judge. I'm honored. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. We're glad to have you back. Yes, sir. All right. Did we find Miss Angel?
I didn't see her in the breakout room, Judge, but
Miss Angel, if you're on with us, please turn on your camera.
They should have received the same message across the screen.
Yeah.
Miss Wilson, do you know where Miss Angel is?
She's stuck in the breakout room. I'm trying to get her out.
Okay. All right, there she is. All right, I'm ready to call the case. I'm calling the following: 154-71515, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number 154-715-161. Case number SP 128-2400, counts 1, 2, and 3. Miss Angel, please state your full name for the record. Mr. Ugalde, you may interpret.
Ángel, por favor, di tu nombre completamente para que lo puedan recordar. Y son los casos 154-715, 128-240, 123-345. Si nos dice su nombre, por favor, y procede.
Okay, María Dolores Ángel.
Maria Dolores Ángel. Would you like her to spell anything, Your Honor?
No, we're good. Thank you so much.
Yes. No.
All
Okay.
right. Good morning to you.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
All right, Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding this morning?
Señor Fikens, ¿cómo vamos a proceder esta mañana?
Your Honor, there is a recommendation that if she pleads guilty on ticket number SP 128-24003, that matter would be reduced to failure to display, and the other matters would be dismissed.
Dice que si usted dice que es culpable por lo que hicieron, entonces el caso SP 128-24003 lo van a aceptar y van a quitar los otros, Your Honor.
All right, raise your right hand for me, please, Ms. Angel.
Levante la mano derecha, por favor, señor Ángel.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
¿Juras que lo que vas a decir enfrente de ahorita es toda la verdad, nada más que la verdad bajo Dios? Di sí. Di.
Sí, sí lo juro.
Yes.
All right, thank you. You may place your hand down.
Puedes
And
bajar
Mr.
tu mano.
Pickett, you may proceed as the constitutional basis and then factual.
Procede de la cosa constitucional y también de la verdad. Thank you.
Ma'am, you understand that in these matters, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Tú entiendes que en este procedente tienes un derecho a un tribunal, ¿verdad?
Sí, yo sé, entiendo mis derechos.
Yes, she knows that.
And you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up that right to a trial, correct?
Y tú entiendes que cuando dices que eres culpable, ya no vas a tener esos derechos.
Ok, yo entiendo.
She understands that. Con voz alta, por favor. Loud voice. I just told her to raise her voice, please. Sorry, Your Honor. Procede. Go ahead.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
¿Estás haciendo esta decisión voluntariamente sin coerzo?
Sí, voluntariamente.
Yes, voluntary.
Has anyone forced you into pleading guilty or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty today?
¿Hay cualquiera persona que te han forzado o te han amenazado para que digas que lo hiciste hoy?
No, nada, nadie.
No.
Ma'am, I turn your attention to ticket number SP128-24003.
Él toma tu atención para que notas SP128240003, esa boleta. Go ahead.
On the date and time of that ticket, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
En ese día y fecha, ¿estaba usted manejando un vehículo en la ciudad de Detroit?
Sí.
Yes.
And when stopped by a police officer and asked to produce a valid license, were you able to produce a valid license?
Y cuando te paró la policía y te preguntaron por una licencia válida, ¿usted pudo producir una licencia válida?
No.
No.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to the constitutional waiver and the factual basis.
Él está satisfecho con las cosas del Constitución y lo que acabas de decir, Your Honor.
I am accepting your plea of guilty and I'm amending the charge to failure to display a valid operator's license.
Ella va a aceptar lo que dijiste y para no poder proceder y enseñar una licencia válida, lo va a reducir, Your Honor.
I am going to assess costs in the amount of $225.
Le va a dar la primera cargo de $225, Your Honor.
And the fine is going to be $50.
Y el costo va a ser $50, Your Honor.
How quickly can you get that paid, ma'am?
¿Qué rápido puedes pagar eso, señora?
Yo ahorita mismo en la cuenta de banco lo hago.
She said right now through her bank account, she can do that. She can process it.
All right. So get it paid before the end of the week.
Por favor, páguelo antes del fin de esta semana, Your Honor.
And then on Monday, I'm going to place this on my docket for Monday, May 9th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m.
Entonces lo que va a hacer va a ser otra vez vas a regresar a las 10:30 mayo. I apologize, Your Honor, the date on May, I apologize.
May 9th, 2022 at 10:30.
A las 10:30 de la mañana, el día 9 de mayo, otra vez a las 10:30 para regresar para terminar todo. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. As long as you get it paid, you do not have to come back to court on Monday.
Y cuando lo pagas, si todo está pagado por viernes, no tienes que regresar al corte el lunes. Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Yes, your matters will be automatically dismissed.
Y de eso ya no va a dejar todo y automáticamente lo van a dejar. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Fikens, so I'm adjourning this to pay for the 9th, and then I'm adjourning all of the dismissals for the 9th of May at 10:30 a.m.
Otra vez va a quitar todo el 9 de mayo y usted procede y termina todo eso y le está diciendo al abogado que lo va a dejar todo otra vez. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. And thank you, Mr. Ugaldi. Thank you, Ms. Angel. Enjoy the rest of your day, both of you.
Thank you. My pleasure. I look forward to working with you again.
Likewise.
Thank you. Adiós. Cuídense todos.
Igualmente, adiós.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Are we ready on Mr. Fikens? Did you also have Devon Allen? I
Yes, Your
don't
Honor.
see him in the courtroom. He's the one that hasn't had his camera on. Is he still with us?
Yes, he was.
Yes,
actually,
ma'am. I'm just donating plasma. It's very
Oh,
loud.
Lord. Okay, now make sure I don't see any of that, sir. Are we ready to do Mr. Allen? Or should we wait to, because I don't do blood. Mr. Fikens,
Can't
you
see
want
the
to do
blood,
him real
man.
quick?
We're gonna keep blood out of it, Judge, and we're ready to go. We can
All
do it.
right, let's do it real quick, Mr. Allen, real quick. I have SP 111-30061, SP 113-2947, counts 1, 2, and 3, and case numbers SP 114-30702 and U 514-74619. Mr. Allen, state your full name for me. All right, thank you. Mr. Fikens, what are we doing with Mr. Allen?
Judge, I've had an opportunity to talk with the prosecutor. There's a recommendation if he takes a Michigan defensive driving course, there would be an offer made on all the matters. We look forward to that, Judge. He needs to do that, and I encouraged him. He has to do it today. Get online, get that course done. Don't worry about the cost because he can save himself a lot of money in the long run if he does what the offer is and what the court would want him to do to try to improve his condition with all these tickets. So, Judge, we're asking for a bench trial date at this time. My client, we talked about a jury trial, his right to a jury trial. He voluntarily waived his right to a jury trial, and he seeks a bench trial date.
All right, I'm going to schedule these matters for May 20th, 2022. Bench trial will be at 1:00 p.m. Mr. Allen, and please make sure this goes in the ROA. He must complete the Michigan defensive driving course.
Yes, ma'am.
Before
Thank
he
you.
comes back to court on the 20th. Okay,
Yes, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Allen?
Yes, Mr. Allen?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Thank you, sir. Do well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Let's go to Miss West. Mr. Curtis, are we ready on Miss West?
Yes, we are.
All right. All right, I have the following for Latanya West, 210-626-0501. Miss West, state your full name for the record. Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
Latanya Andrea West.
All right, Miss West, were you ready to do this?
Yeah.
Okay,
ready.
very good. All right, thank you, Miss West. All right, Mr. Curtis, tell me about Miss West.
Miss Latanya West, she was referred to us on April 28th, 2022. She is 33 years old, African-American female. She does have a valid driver's license, but that is through Chicago, Illinois. So she will be working on obtaining her driver's license for the state of Michigan.
Okay.
Her highest education completed is GED. She is employed full-time. She does have 2 children. She does want to participate in specialty court. She is over the age of 18. She does admit to dealing with some things that I believe she can benefit from specialty court. No prior felony convictions for a violent offense, and she has never participated in specialty court before. And so, Your Honor, my recommendation on today is that we admit Ms. West into specialty court.
All right, Mr. Curtis, did you determine whether or not she is a substantial risk or threat to the public?
Your Honor, she is not a substantial risk to the public.
All right, very good. Thank you. All right, Mr. Reed.
Yes, Judge, thank you. I did have an opportunity to talk to Ms. West. I want to put on the record that she was respectful, cooperative, pleasant to talk to. We did talk about some of her history. She's from Chicago, Illinois. She does have that Chicago driver's license, and she is attempting to get a Michigan driver's license. No drinking and driving cases. Judge, we went over the court's order. We talked about counseling and treatment. We talked about drug testing. We talked about the court's ability to amend the order. We talked about, she asked some questions. She asked about fines and costs. I advised her not to worry about fines and costs at this stage. Money is a necessity of payment, but we work with her on those things, so don't get overwhelmed about making payments. We talked about, as I indicated, the court's ability to amend or change the order. We went over the order, no drugs, no alcohol. She understands she can't leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Judge, she is eligible to participate under Michigan law. She has a dismissible case. I looked at the case as a drug and narcotics case, and that case could be dismissed upon successful completion of the program. That is important. I believe I answered all her questions. And Judge, again, she was pleasant to talk to, very cooperative. I indicated to her that honesty is the best policy. She does have that medical marijuana card, so if she were tested today, she would be positive for marijuana. She indicated to me that that was the case. I advised her that we're looking for numbers to go down. Once she starts the program, she can no longer smoke marijuana, and we want that to get out of her system. We don't want to hurt her. We only want to help her. I advised her that, Judge, and I believe I answered all her questions. I recommend her for participation in specialty court. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ms. West.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. West, you said you're ready to do it. I'm ready for you to do it. You understand that in this program, while alcohol and some other things may be legal, you're not able to use those things while you're with us, right? Our funding doesn't allow it. And so plus we want to make sure that we can get to the core of what's going on with you and make sure we have the appropriate response to those things without you self-medicating, okay?
Okay.
You got it?
I got it.
All right, very good. And so you're going to test.
Can I say, please?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me clear something up. Mr. Curtis, she has to test at a facility where they will keep track of her levels because those levels must consistently go down until they're zeroed out. And so where will you have her testing?
Well, Judge, I would like to send her to ATS, but for those levels, she'll be testing at JAMS.
All right, very good. So she'll test at JAMS until we can get it all out of her system. All right, very good. Long as those numbers are going down, that's indicative of no new use. If those numbers go up, that means that you've done something. And that's going to be problematic for me. All right, what did you want to say to me, Ms. West?
I'm not trying to go to jail or anything. I just want to know, like, how much time does my charge consist of?
Up to 90 days in the Wayne County Jail.
Okay. Just for my record. I don't want to go to jail. I don't.
This is a dismissible offense. Listen, you work this program, it's a win-win for you. If you work this program and you finish it successfully, you'll get some tools to help you to cope with life, to help you navigate some uncertain things in life. And we're going to connect you with resources. If you have some other things that are going on with you, we're going to look at the whole person. And then at the end, you get the charge dismissed. That's a win-win situation, ma'am.
Do you guys help with medications, like helping people find help with psych?
Yes, absolutely. So you're going to get an assessment, and Mr. Curtis, she's asking about, what she may need or that she considers that she needs. Let's get her in for an assessment. Who are you going to send her to assess with?
I suffer with depression, bipolar, ADHD, and all that. So
yeah, I'll be sending her to Pop-Off.
All right. So we're going to get you into Pop-Off. That's one of our providers. And they are going to assess you. And she's going to have a physical as well, Mr. When's the last time you had a physical?
In a while.
How old are your babies?
6 and 13.
Oh, yeah. See, you haven't had a physical in a long time, right? I know. We are horrible. Women, we are horrible. We have to do better. We feel like when we stop having kids, that's it. We done. We're healthy. We're strong, built to last. No, we still have to have physicals every year. Every year.
Right.
Yes,
You're right.
ma'am. All right, so Mr. Curtis, let's get her set up with Papa, and let's also make sure that she gets a physical done as well, because we want to make sure that we're treating the entire person, mind and body, and not just, one part and leave out the other, because they all have to be healthy in order for this to work, okay?
All right.
All right. Miss West, you seem like you a nice person.
I am. I just, did the dumbest thing ever. I'm in Chicago. I had lost a lot of friends when I moved out here, and I was supposed to be going to just get some marijuana, and I ended up running into the wrong person. I didn't know nobody. I ended up taking that. I got pulled over, didn't even get to use it, never even smoked crack cocaine. Now I'm in this program. I feel so stupid.
But you bought crack, right?
I bought it, and that's why I feel stupid.
So you were going to use it though.
But I felt stupid from the beginning. I shouldn't even purchased it.
Yeah. So you know what? While you're with us, address what drove you to buy some crack cocaine.
I don't know. That was a lot. Losing 5 friends, and the way they died was horrific. So
yeah,
it was pretty bad. I didn't think the weed was gonna take me out of that. So I guess I just tried to try something new.
Yeah. So Mr. Curtis, I'm hearing her talk about what sounds like some trauma.
Right, and
so
some grief.
We need to let them know, yes, or some grief, yes. Let them know at pop-off. And Ms. West, I hope that when you get there for your assessment, that you are brutally honest with them, that you are brutally honest so they can connect you with resources that can help you navigate. Losing 5 friends, losing 5 enemies at one time, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And then you said the way that they left here was horrific. And so, and you were trying to numb some pain. So I want you to be honest about that, okay?
Yeah, I will.
And
when I did my first assessment, I was really, really honest, and she just couldn't believe all the stuff I had been through. And she had apologized about the life I had went through. I have been through so much trauma. I have been raped. I have been through so much.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Curtis. So we're listening. Listen, we're going to help you to navigate those things, okay?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Because you can get through it. You can survive it. And you can learn how to live in spite of those things. You can learn how to live healthy, making good decisions, and have a good circle of people around you in spite of those things. Who's your support system now, Miss West?
My girlfriend and my mother.
Okay, are they here in Detroit?
No, my mother is in Chicago. She has my 2 children.
Uh-oh, you froze up. Say that again. I can't hear you now. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Now tell me, where's your mother?
I'm in Chicago. She has both of my children right now. I did have my 6-year-old, but when I got into this trouble, I told her to keep her while I finished my program and stuff, so I can be, dedicated totally to the program, and so she could be in a better environment and stuff like that.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. So now I want you to know that we're all going to be a part of your support system as well. Okay.
Right.
We're here to help you. This is not, you're going to be with the Wednesday group of people with that specialty court, but all the specialty court folks are good folks. So you're still with some good people today. You will still be with Mr. Curtis, right? Mr. Curtis. And
Yes.
then you'll meet the rest of that team when you come back on a Wednesday. I do need you to do me a big favor. I need you to save the date for oh my goodness, for May 19th. We have our first in-person specialty court graduation, and I want you to be there, okay?
Okay, do I come in person to the 36th District Court?
Yeah, Mr. Curtis will give you all of the instructions, okay?
Okay, I'll be there.
All right, Miss West, you all right with me? You are. I thought you was going to have a little attitude, but you all right.
I made this bed. I got to lie in it.
Yeah, and you know what? It's going to be a good bed to lie in because you're going to get some really good help and some really good resources, okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All right, Mr. Curtis, what's next for Miss West?
Miss West will be returning, that'll be May 11th, 2022 at 8:35.
All right, very good. That'll be at 8:35 on the 11th. Did you get that? You'll zoom in.
Zoom in, okay, that's with you, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's with
Oh,
me.
All right.
All right.
All right, see
All
you
right.
soon.
This Judge Bryant calling me now. She probably called and check on you because she care about her folks. I don't be covering up your face. She making sure you're doing the right thing. All right.
All right,
Mhm.
have a good day.
All right. Bye, Miss West. Take care. Thank you, Mr. Curtis.
All right, thank you, team.
All right, let's call the rest of the docket. Let's proceed. I am ready I'm going to 10:30. Let's do it. You ready, Miss Mack?
I am ready, Judge.
All right, I have at 10:30 for Marion Adams Hill. I have case number 217-341-631. And then
Okay.
Marlon Adams Hills, U611-41821.
I think that's the same person.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one, they definitely paid, and then the second one would be dismissed because they paid.
All right, very good. Then I am dismissing the matter ending in 1821 without prejudice and closing the remaining matter. I have for Najim Al Mamad, SP 122-26271, counts 1 and 2.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, they were supposed to pay on count one $75. They did not pay.
Did not pay. All right, I'm gonna KP as count 1, and the bond will be set at $75, cash or surety, which is the amount that's owed. Give me 1 second. The amount that's owed, and then on the remaining matters for Najim Al Mamad, SP 122-2627, count 2, SP 122-2815, counts 1 and 2. I am going to for the misdemeanor, I'm going to KP, that will be a personal bond. And then for the 2, it looks like civil infractions, they will go into default. Is that correct, Miss Mack?
That's correct, Judge.
All right, and then I just have 1 second left. I have for Theron Anderson, 173-152-841. Did Mr. Anderson pay?
Yes, Judge.
All right, then I'm going to close Mr. Anderson's case. And then I have for Ariel Cameron, Z808-3171 and 217-318-781. She had a face-to-face today. Do we have her return to court date?
I don't have a date for her, Judge.
All right, who had Ariel Cameron? Can you call over to the drug treatment court team, find out and get a return to court date for her?
I sure will.
All right, and then did I miss anyone on the docket?
No, Judge.
we are in great shape. That means I get to prepare for mental health court staffing.